Hi there, everybody, and welcome to the final tier list, at least for now. Give it like a year or two, and we'll probably see another one. This is the Gen 9 Pokemon tier list, where we will be finishing off the remaining of the 1,008 individual Pokemon that exist, which, by the way, is so many now. I think I mentioned it, but yep, 1,008. That is where we're at now. And I just gotta say, that is a lot. Uh, I gotta say, this has been kind of neat, just kind of sharing my thoughts or lack thereof on certain Pokemon. As you can see, we've managed to keep them all under, these are like the top, just as a reminder, all these ones in here are the ones I think are the best designs out of Pokemon, whether for sentimental reasons or just because, I like them more than others. And like I've said, I genuinely like every Pokemon, just some of them not as strongly. So these ones are like also pretty solid designs. They're cool. They do their job. These ones not as amazing, but they're still all right. Like I wouldn't be sad if I got like a shiny of them or something. Um, for the most part, some of them I'm like 50-50 on. And then this is the ones that they don't really say anything, amazing to me. They exist, cool. And we've also done it through regional variants and as well as stuff like that. However, the I kind of left out the Burmese and Wormadams because they're all the same goddamn thing. Uh, they're really just no different to me, so it wasn't worth putting them in the bunch. And then the Megas and Gigantamaxes have also been left out. Um, because most of those will usually just step right up top immediately, so it's kind of like, nah, we'll leave them down at the bottom. And then these two right here, the Solgaleo and Lunala in this bottom section, I don't remember those forms ever being a thing, so uh, there's that. So let's actually get to this thing. We have the entire Gen 9 Pokedex here. And I'll be honest, there's a couple names I'm a little iffy on because I didn't really bond too much with all of Gen 9. Like there was a couple of them I didn't really care about. I basically got them immediately just for the Pokedex and never saw them again. So, um, I probably might get a little iffy on the names on a couple of them, purely for that reason. The hope is, however, that I, don't completely screw it up. But let's get to it. So, Sprigatio, the Gen 9 starter that everyone hoped would stay on all four legs. Absolutely adorable. All the way up top here. Cute kitty cat wins. And then immediately upon its evolution, disappointed everybody. it's ended up standing upright. For Florigato. Florigato it's still kind of cute, but nothing like. It's not the awkward teenage form. It's at least an A rank for me. It's better than most mid stage starters, that's for sure. Meowscarada, I actually like its design. Not amazingly. Like I don't care that much about it, but it's still pretty up there. Like it's in the A ranks for me. I honestly don't like the mask. Like I get the purpose of it, but I don't like it. Fuecoco line, all three of them were top of the line here. Best starter of Gen 9, easily. Fuecoco, Crocolore, and especially Skeledirge. I love Skeledirge for the fact that it hatched a Firebird on itself and uses it for combat. I just think that's great. I absolutely... Wait, hang on. I put Crocodile... No, this... I had Crocodile in A rank? Hang on, no. We're gonna... Just so they don't break up the line here, we're gonna move them up. I'm pretty sure I had the Crocodile line all on the top. I'm moving them up. Anyway, back to business. Yeah, the entire Fuecoco line is amazing. I love all three of them, and I love Skeledirge's cry. It's just epic. There we go. Did I? But yeah, no, these belong here. Okay, I don't know. I've been like looking at my list and I'm like wondering if I should move some up or down. Anyway, the Quaxley line. I honestly, out of this line, I only like Quaxley. I don't care much for Quaxwell, and Quackwaddle's just kind of too much. Yeah, like I don't know. I don't really care for them. Like this is the awkward teenager, and it's pretty meh. And then Quackwaddle just feels like too much movement. Lechonk, it's just a pig. Like nothing fancy about it. I don't really like the things under its eyes there. I mean, I get he's Lechonk, you know, but Oinkologne also not really. Like honestly, when I saw it evolved, I was honestly disappointed. I was like, it could have become something a little cooler. Tarantula is kind of cute. I like his little ball of thread there. There we go. Like he's not that bad. Spidops, I like that he looks like a Metabot. If anyone knows what the hell those are anymore, I feel like I'm again showing age. But I do like the fact that he looks like a Metabot. If anyone knows what that is, I would be slightly impressed. It was such a niche thing. Next we have Nimble. Nimble he's kind of cool. I like that he can extend those back legs to like stand up taller, but I still don't really care too much for him. He does become kind of badass though, like a little Beetleborg, as low kicks here, and low kicks is definitely. I like that he's. Pardon me. I like his design. The Pommy line. So Pommy feels lazy. Like Pommy is stupidly lazy because all it is he gets a little duller in color and then stands upright. And then he gains a little more scruff and gains a little more of the orange back. Pommy itself is adorable. Like especially the sprite artwork or this artwork right here. Absolutely adorable. I like Pommy. First stage. Pomo, the second stage, is really disappointing. It's awkward middle stage, and all it is Pommy stood up and maybe lost a little color. Then, as Pomot, he gains a bit of the color back, so that's nice. I like orange. Orange is usually a win for me. But he doesn't really change that much. He gains like a little more hair. So, I do like that he gets a signature move called Revival Blessing, which is like literally brings a friend to life without using a revive, which is cool. Tandemaus, I think Tandemaus is cute. I like its idea, but it's just so blank, you know? Like, if it had a little more color or something. Same with Mousehold. Like, Mousehold's adorable. It's a little family of mice. Again, it's one of these, you know, multiple individual beings make up one creature. But it's like they're cute, but it's whatever. It honestly probably should belong to Meh, but it does get a bit of cuteness. Fido and Dashbun. I like Fido. Fido's got a cute little face, but nothing much else going for it. Dashbun, I actually like the nice golden brown, you know, bun body. I don't know why though that all fairy types, or at least most of them, have something to do with food. I don't know why that idea came into play, but most fairy types are food related. Well, at least OG fairy types, not the ones that got like turned into fairy types after they became a thing, you know. Like most new fairy types are food related. Okay. So now we got Smoliv. I like Smoliv. Smoliv's got a cute little design. I like his little face. He looks like terrified of everything. He looks like what Bounsweet should look like. Like Bounsweet looks like she should be scared out of her mind, but because her Pokedex lore is that everything tries to eat her because she just smells and looks so good to eat. And no one knows that she's in danger. And then we have Dolliv, which Dolliv, when I saw its evolution, I was like, oh, this is so cute. This gave me like cute little... This one's cute. It gave me Lilligant vibes almost, especially when she stands, like she puts her hands in front of her. It very cute. Kind of got the Gardevoir Curlia vibes. Arboliva, honestly, it's about the same. I'd give it the same. Well, nah, not as high as like Smoliv or Dolliv. They're cool, but I don't know. I don't care for the olives. Squawkabilly. I love Squawkabilly. I like that its name is Squawkabilly and that it's got the little pompadour. Like, everything about Squawkabilly. Honestly, I'd rate the colors too, but they don't have them on this list here, so that's fine. because some of the squawkabilities look better. Knockley, it looks like a power shroom from Mario, so that's kind of a bonus right there. It looks like a Mario power up, to be honest, and I like that. Knucklestack and Garganackle, I don't really care for. Like, I don't really care for Knucklestack. It looks like an awkward. It looks like something out of Minecraft, but it can't even like move as well as a creeper does. And then Garganackle, I've watched. If you know Wolfie VGC, he calls it Minecraft Donkey Kong, and I kind of agree with it. Uh, it's all right. It looks like a pyramid with legs, so that's kind of cool. Charcadet, so the little Mega Man. I like the little one. He can go here. And then Armarouge and Ceruledge are both top of the line for me. Both epic. I will say their shinies may not be the most changes in a shiny, but they are still pretty cool because the eyes just stand out so much from the rest of the Pokemon. Like for both of them, like Ceruledge gets like a bright red eyes, and then Armarouge gets bright blue, and they both look really cool. Like their base forms are good enough where I like their lack of change as the shinies. People like, oh man, you need to see so much change. I'm like, yeah, some of them, yeah. Like this thing, I know it has like a almost no change. Tadbulb. Like Tadbulb is pretty sure it's just yellow when it's shiny, so it's kind of disappointing. Same with like not Galarian, Paldean Tauros. Paldean Tauros shiny is the same color, no change at all. It's kind of weird. But also Tadbulb and Bellibolt, I don't like Bellibulb's design. Either it should have kept the little teeny eyeballs like Tadbulb has, or only had the big eyeballs on the side. The fact that it has both, and apparently the ones on the side are fake, I don't like that. It looks terrifying. What do we got next? Wattrel. I actually like Wattrel, and it's the first Paldean shiny I've caught. I actually went and did an outbreak and caught a red one. I really like his design. Little derby bird. And Kilowattrel. Yeah, Kilowattrel is just as good. I like these birds. I gotta say, they're some of the better ones for me as far as Gen 9 is concerned. There we go. Maschiff. I don't like the face Maschiff makes. Like, he looks like he's trying to take a shit and is just not coming out. I don't care for its face. Mabostiff, on the other hand, it just looks like a sad old dog, but he looks like, but then he smiles in battle, which is kind of cool. Like I like Mabostiff, and I like the story that came with him for the games. I'm not gonna spoil the story, but you definitely get to bond with some Mabostiff here and there. It's kind of nice. Shroodle, don't like them eyes at all. Graphite eyes a little better when it comes to the eyes, at least slightly, but not nearly as better. But I do like where Graphite Eye's about. I'm surprised they actually made a Pokemon based on an Eye, which is a messed up looking monkey. Bramblin and Bramblegast. They're just straight up Tumbleweed with spikes. I don't really care too much about them. Plus their evolution method sucks. It's the same one Palmo has and another one. Toadscool. This one's interesting to me because it's just Tentacool, but it can walk. Like, I'm actually going to do this so that we can compare them. Like, look at it's just Tentacool, but it's on its feet. It's just a mushroom instead of a squid. You know? Its shiny is really cool. I like the white shiny that it gets. But it's so weird seeing Tentacool with legs rather than, tentacles. Same with Toadscool. Like, again, this is kind of be like they're in the same boat kind of thing. Because it's almost the same thing, but it's just walking. Kind of weird. This, what's the word they use for it? Divergent evolution, I think? I don't know. I forget what the word they use for it is. Cloth. I like Cloth. It's a little funky in design, but I actually like it. And it's got a nice... I'll be honest, the shiny makes it look even weirder, but I like Cloth's design. It's like a solid rock crab. Not bad. Who we got next? Capsakid. Capsakid I don't like. I thought it was like a bird, but it's like this weird little gremlin thing, and I don't like it. And then Scovillain's cool, but it's kind of a weird one too. Like, I like it more than Capskid. I also like it's the first grass and fire type we got, but it's also kind of like meh competitively. Who we got next? Relor. Relor. I saw the picture from the 1008 reveal, like the quick little clip where it's like sitting on the ball. Actually, yeah, let me move Relor up. That thing alone, I might try to. I'll see if I can get the picture like in here, but I don't think I'll be able to. But its face just looks hilarious. Actually, I wonder if I can. Hang on, I have an idea. If I can find it, because I had the picture like visible. So let me see if I can't find it, because I'll just show it to you guys right here now. I want you guys to see this thing up close and personal like I did. Where was it? There it is. Okay, if I click this. Okay, hang on. Look at that face. You can't tell me that is not hilarious. He looks like a Groucho Marx minus the afro or something. You know? You guys had to see it. Rabsca is what it turns into. Oh, too far. Rabsca is what it turns into, and I don't really care for Rabsca. I mean, I get what it is, but it's like, and it's also the only other Pokemon that gets a revival blessing, but it's like, I still don't care for it as much as like Relor. Flittle. Flittle, I had no idea what the hell Flittle was until it finally like ran into me and I fought one. It's like a cute little bird. It's not a meh. It's cute enough. It's cute enough to go next to Relor. It's a cute little bird, but nothing really to ride home around. And then it becomes a Spartha, and I'm like, this thing just looks like Lady Gaga turned into an ostrich. Which that thought made me laugh enough to put it up here next to Flittle. Like, look at that thing. It's just Lady Gaga, but as an ostrich. Tell me I'm wrong. Here we go. This line, Tinkatink itself is kind of meh. I like that it was like a steel type that had like a little hammer. Tinkatuff is a little better. Like, I like its little hairdo more, and it's got a bigger hammer. So it's like it's just been building a bigger hammer as I grew up. Now Tinkaton, I like it for the fact that it literally goes out of its way to knock Corviknights out of the sky just to harvest the metal for the hammers. Like, that is dark. It is ripping Corviknights apart just to gain hammers. And I think that's hilarious and also messed up. Wiglet. So Wiglet, for the memes and everything, it's coming up top. Like, that's the only thing it's good for is the memes that is just longer white Diglett. Nothing else. I don't like the red of Wugtrio, but it's still almost as good as Wiglet. Like, it'll come up here. I like its design only for the fact that it's just... we're not going to get into that. Next we have Bombardier. I like Bombardier. I just don't like that it's like little... Whoops. The flap just falls to the ground when it's not holding it. Like, I wish it was a little shorter. And I like that it basically gains the ability to have rock moves that's super effective. It's a nice way to do the whole, you know, Stork carrying stuff kind of thing, but still not that amazing. Okay, this one annoys me a bit, because we have Finizen and Palafin. Finizen and Palafin, their base forms look exactly the same, except on Palafin's chest is the heart. I mean, it's a cute dolphin, don't get me wrong. It's going up there. Both of them are. It's just annoying that they look exactly the same until you get Hero Mode Palafin, which is, spoiler alert, right next to the other one. I don't like the eyes on Hero Mode Palafin. That's the only thing about it. Everything else, I'm like, I get it. It's super badass dolphin man. You know? It's cool. But that's it. Like, they can all kind of just be up here, but I don't like the eyes on Palafin. But I get what his gimmick is. Like, when he becomes Palafin, he can go into superhero mode, which is kind of cool. It's also got the highest attack stat in, like, the game, I think, from what I understand. Which is pretty powerful. Next we have Varoom. So, I do kind of like that Pokemon finally just made a car engine. I figured it would be, like... But I figured it might be Ghost, but then it turned out to be Poison Steel. To be honest, it's one of the weaker Steel-type designs. They can go here. And then Reverum is just a bigger Varoom, but like a bigger batter engine with a tongue, which is kind of neat. But it's still a pretty deep. I honestly, Reverum, if you could get your own version of like the Team Star one, be the best Pokemon in the game by far. If you could just have a giant car you could stand on, would be fantastic. So Cyclizar is disappointing because, like, I love his design. Like, he's a cool lizard. Like, he's going up there. I have a gecko at home. Like, I have a gecko here, so the geckos definitely sit with me pretty strong. But he's disappointing because he looks like he should turn into either the Koraidon or Miraidon, but it doesn't. Like, they're not connected in any way other than that Koraidon is the past version of what Cyclizar used to be, and then Miraidon is what Cyclizar will eventually become. And I hate that you can't like gain one or the other based on your game. Kind of like with Sun and Moon. Sun and Moon gave you a Cosmog so that you could turn it into another Solgaleo or Lunala to send it over to the other games. This one just gives you a Koraidon, but it's like, why not have you have to get a special Cyclizar somewhere, and then you could turn it into one or the other. Also, Earthworm, he feels like a robot worm that just came from space or something, but nothing really strong about him. I like his little animation when you find the Titan one, but that's about it. Glimmet and Glamora, nothing really to write home. Like, it just looks like a weird rock flower. Graveyard and Houndstone, definitely up there. Like, they're cute, spooky dogs. Also, I like how Houndstone's main move is like, if you're in singles, it becomes a 300 power base move with Sand Rush, so it's just killing everything. Yeah, they're both up here. Sorry, my nose is acting up. Flamigo made me laugh so hard when I first saw it, because I'm like, that is just a straight up flamingo. You can't tell me they literally just put a flamingo in the game and took away the N in the word flamingo. Like, that is some of the laziest. That is the laziest Pokemon in all of existence, and whoever made it up is awesome for it. This person said, "Yo, it's a flamingo." Yeah, but listen to me, guys. Take away the N. Now it's Flamigo, and I'm just like, that is hilarious to me. I just like how lazy of a Pokemon that one is. Like, I don't know if it was on purpose or if they really are starting to run out of ideas or what, but that just made me laugh. Citadel. Actually, I don't really care for Citadel. I don't like its little, like, I don't like the mouth on Cititan or Citadel, but Citadel's is worse. Cititan at least looks cool. Like a big old land whale. Actually, Cititan can go up here. Pretty strong amount of Pokemon in, hang on, let me do this real quick. There we go. Yeah, pretty strong cast of Pokemon in this one. They've so far all been A or best, for the most part. Or at least a good chunk of them have. Not too many Mez. I keep telling myself that, and then I look and I'm like, actually, there's quite a lot of Mez there. Veluza is kind of a meh. I like it, but it's like, I honestly got annoyed by them when I was hunting for Dondozos. I was hunting for shiny Dondozos, and Veluzas just would not leave me alone. Speaking of Dondozos, I love Dondozo. Its cry is menacing. It's just a big monster fish, and everything about it, I just like him. I really like Dondozo. I like the face. I like his idea is that he's just a big idiot who knows that little Tatsugiris will help him get food, so he follows them around. They're the brains and he's the muscle, and I kind of like that little relationship with him. Speaking of the Tatsugiris, also up top, the first Tatsugiri I ran into was over-leveled because I didn't realize I was in like a level 50 zone, so it was killing me while I was trying to catch it. Thankfully, my first run wasn't a Nuzlocke, because I would have lost easily. I will say out of the forms, I like the main one the most, the Curly. Droopy here, I like the pink. I like the pink of the Droopy. And then the yellow of the Stretchy, I don't really care as much about. Like, it's still cute, but it's like, I don't really care for the yellow one. Yeah, yellow one can come down here. What do we got? Annihilate. Okay, this thing, I adore Annihilate because it is what Primeape's needed since Generation like 1 to become really good, and it's the epitome of its Pokedex, where they say that Primeape would only find peace in death. However, not quite. It was so pissed off, it shed its body to continue killing everything, even as a ghost. It was so angry, its death was only to release the anger to go even further beyond, so that its mortal body wouldn't slow it down. Clodsire, I honestly like less than, well, not less than Quagsire. I'd say they're about even. Like, where is Quagsire? There's the Wooper. Where's the Quagsire? Did I put the Quagsire lower than the Wooper? I think I did. Oh, yep, there he is. They're really the same guy. So they're gonna. Can I please put them next to each other? Nah, fine, whatever. Yeah, it's just a Quagsire with little nubbins for feet instead of like actual arms. Like it's the same creature. I wish they had Paldean and Wooper on this thing. I don't think they did they? Where's Wooper? Yeah, they didn't have Paldean and Wooper on this list, unfortunately. He would have gone next to Wooper regardless, but Farigiraf, kind of the same feeling as Annihilate, but a little lackluster. Like, I'd say it's at least up here. It's kind of something, like, I'm always glad to see Pokemon that have not gotten any kind of upgrades or attention for, like, the last 20 years finally getting something that makes them, like, more worthwhile. And in this case, Farigiraf is what Girafarig needed. It makes Girafarig a little more worthwhile. Dunsparce, 100% going up top, baby. Just for the fact that it exists. I think I put Dunsparce up top here, didn't I? Yeah. In fact, here. There we go. I just like that it's just more of it's just more of Dunsparce. It's got just more body of Dunsparce. And that's all it is, but that's also amazing. I think it's hilarious. King Gambit is definitely an improvement to Bisharp. I like it more than Bisharp for sure. I just gotta find where I put Bisharp, because at the very least, if Bisharp isn't already in the best section, it's gonna go above Bisharp regardless. Yeah, okay, it's coming up here anyway. Now, to be honest, Bisharp didn't need it. Bisharp did not need an upgrade. It was already pretty solid. Now it's just even better. Okay, the Paradox Pokemon. So, Great Tusk. I love that it's like a better Donphan. Like, Donphan never really hit home to me. I'm just glad that Donphan got something, you know? Same with, like, all of the others. Like, I'm glad they all kind of got something. In a way. Oh my god, my nose. I don't know why my nose is so janked up, people. Anyway. We have Screamtail. Screamtail is just Jigglypuff with extra hair. So, to be honest, it can go down here. Brute Bonnet, I like a little more than Amoonguss. Well, actually, yeah, it's kind of hard to tell how I feel about it. It's just a more aggressive looking Amoonguss. Like, that's really all it is. Yeah, I'm kind of trying to find Amoonguss, because that's kind of where it'll be. It'll be within that boat. Was Amoonguss? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, same boat as Amoonguss. It's just spikier Amoonguss. Fluttermane, I honestly like it less than Misdreavus, but not too bad. Like, I think... Yeah... Wait, where is Misdreavus? I just want to find where Misdreavus was. Okay, yeah, there she is. More or less the same thing, just more. It's just more Misdreavus. Also, I think my music's about to restart, so let me just fix that already. There we go. That just means I've made this video over 30 minutes long, I think, so oops. Slitherwing. I like Slitherwing, and it's also a shiny I got randomly. I was like, hell yeah. It's pretty dope. Wasn't even trying to find it, but I actually like the fighting Mothra. It's not, it's nowhere near an upgrade or a downgrade to a, what you call it, Volcarona, but I still like it. Sandy Shocks, I don't really care for Dinosaur Magneton. I mean, it's a little better than Magneton, to say the least. Like, it's at least here. I do like the hair. Iron Treads, I don't like. I don't like the Robot Donphan. It's cool, but don't really care for it. Iron Bundle, kind of same boat, just don't really care for it. Iron Hands, I do like Robot Hariyama, but not that much. Probably here. All the robots are cool, but like Iron Jugulus, it's just Hydreigon. Like they didn't do anything to make it look more unique than Hydreigon. Which is a little upsetting. Like it's cool, but it's just metal Hydreigon. They could have done more to it, like they did with the others. Like Iron Moth here. Iron Moth is just, you know, Iron Volcarona. Still not a. This one's a bit of a downgrade from normal Volcarona. I like the more natural looking. Iron Thorns is just Mecha Godzilla at this point. Like the proper Mecha Godzilla we always needed, but not the one we deserved. Yeah, he's just Metal Tyranitar. But he's like the one we needed rather than Duraludon. I like him more than Duraludon easily. Duraludon, I did not care for it at all. Next we got Frigibax. The baby Godzilla. Honestly, he's alright. I'll at least put him, he can go down here. Frigibax and Arctibax. Arctibax is kind of better. Like, Arctibax and Baxcalibur are better than Frigibax. Because this one just looks like a little baby Godzilla. With its, like, back thing and everything. And then Baxcalibur is the final form. And it looks like it's the proper Godzilla Pokemon we've always been wanting. So it's kind of nice to, like, have that finally. Yeah, he's what Tyranitar could have been. He's what Tyranitar is meant to be. In a way. Next we have Gimmighoul. So Gimmighoul didn't really care about too much. I guess for its... this is actually a better look at what Gimmighoul is rather than just being in the chest. And yeah, don't really care too much about him. Like, he's cool, but meh. Goldango, I like Goldango a little bit more, but not that much more. He's more of a meh to me. But he's a little better than Gimmighoul. Getting one is annoying, I'll tell you that much. Getting a Goldango is like the most annoying thing ever. Because you have to get 999 Gimmighoul coins, then evolve or level up a Gimmighoul. And it's like, holy crap. Okay, the 4 legendary ruinous Pokemon. We have Wo-Chien, which is just a... It looks like a pile of grass that came to life. Like, it's like a grassy look. It's like a snail made out of grass, which is kind of cool. Next we have Chien-Pao. I almost feel like someone's gonna call me racist for saying these. But anyway, for Chien-Pao, I do like the saber-toothed cat. I don't like how like slender he is. Like, I feel he needs like more meat in his belly or something. I mean, I guess he was sealed up for like hundreds of years, so can't blame him. Next we have Ting-Lu. Didn't really care for Ting-Lu. He just looked like every other deer Pokemon, but with a bigger horn. I like Chi-Yu though. I like the little actual goldfish. The orange, the fiery orange and red on him is just, it's beautiful. Now we have the final 2 Paradox Pokemon. Roaring Moon, which is Ancient Salamence, and I love it. I love Roaring Moon. I love what Salamence came from here, basically. I think Salamence is up here. Yeah. We're going to kind of put them next to their counterparts. When they're, like, in the same boat. Just for the comparison. And then, who we got next? Iron Valiant. Also really good. Love Iron Valiant. I think Gardevoir's up here. Let me put it next to Gardevoir. Yeah, there we go. It's just a fusion of Gallade and Gardevoir. That's all it is. And I like it. Like, I like that it even has like a robotic spear that it can pull out and like start fighting with. It's cool. Koraidon, easily my favorite Gen 9 Pokemon by far. In fact, you know what? Blammo, he gets to go up here next to these two. I love Koraidon's design. The only problem with Koraidon is it has the wheels on its body. Like, it looks like it's meant to turn into a motorcycle like Miraidon does. But they're just there for fleshiness. They don't do any they don't do anything else, and it's weird. I don't like the effort to give it wheels that it won't even use. Also, yes, I'm moving Miraidon like up here because I also really like Miraidon, but not as much as Koraidon. I like the natural Pokemon more than the robots. Like, I like it, when it comes to the paradoxes in the Koraidon and Miraidon, I like the past ones better. They're just cooler to me. Like, the only exception would be like maybe Iron Valiant, because I like the steel types. But actually, I don't even think it's steel, is it? I think it's fairy fighting, isn't it? That's what's weird about the future ones, is they're all called iron something, but not all of them are steel types. It's weird. But yep, that is it. That is Gen 9, people. Look at that. We did them all. No more left. Couldn't believe, I didn't think I was actually going to get through them all. So there we go, people. That is all. Hang on, let's see if I can scroll down slow. Here we go. This is all 1008 Pokemon. Starting from the ones I think are the best designs. These are all the ones that I think just are kind of better looking than the rest, or have something sentimental about them that I like more than others, you know? Something about them that just says they're the winners. Then we have others who are just like pretty solid and still did a good job looking good, but at the same time, you know, I can take them or leave them. Then we have the next group, which is like, they're still okay, but starting to be a little less excited about them. Like, if I saw one like shiny, I'd be like, okay, if not, cool. Then we have the ones like, I'm not gonna actively hunt them shiny, and I'm not gonna like throw a big hurrah if I get them shiny, but you know, they're just ones that are they exist, so they're, you know, they deserve to be here. Definitely a lot of those. But that is it. 1008 individual Pokemon that I have. That I have checked off the list of what they are to me and how I, you know, kind of feel about them. Oh, and then we go super speed all the way down. And then these are the Megas and Gigantamax forms of them that, you know, some of them are cool. Like, they're all cool, but that's the problem. They would all immediately shoot up top. So, like, if I had to, I'd have to arrange them just down here by the top one compared to the bottom one. So, but that is it. I hope y'all enjoyed my tier lists. I didn't think I was going to ever do one because I know they've been so overdone, but maybe you all like my opinion on them just a little more than others. I don't know. If you have different opinions, feel free to leave them in the comments. Maybe you can decide if you like others more than I do, or maybe you can convince me that maybe some of them belong higher up. You know, if you like this kind of stuff, want to see more of it, there are other categories I could do tier lists of, as well as other technically Pokemon games I could do. There is one Pokemon game I could do tier list of because I've actually experienced it and enjoyed it. So, you know, you can, if you want to see that, maybe show enough interest in these and I'll think about it. So, if you haven't subscribed already, would like to, that would also be super cool. And until next time, have a good one. Boop.